What's up guys, Billy here, and although I'm a little late to the party, I still wanted to take the time to look at the newest DJI drone that has been leaked called Spark. Now just to get some of the general information out of the way, this is going to be the smallest drone that DJI has manufactured to date, coming in with a set of dimensions of 130mm by 150mm, which is roughly 5 by 6 inches. Now with this drone, they look to jump into the nano drone category, which is super small drones that can fit in the palm of your hand. Now imagine the unique Breeze. I think that will be its direct competitor. But anyway, within the past couple of weeks, we have gotten some leaked images of this drone that are of fairly good quality and give us some useful information. So in today's video, I figured I would go through these pictures and take a look at what we can expect from the Spark. Taking a look at the first picture that we have, we get a top-down shot of what I believe to be everything that will come inside of the box. You'll probably get an extra set of propellers as well as some extra cords here and there, but basically I think that this is everything that you'll get when you unbox the Spark. So first of all, on the left side we have the drone itself, which does seem like a nice compact package. Next we have the charging cable as well as the charging brick in the middle, which I think you'll be able to charge this drone directly. You'll be able to plug the cable right into the drone, which is a cool feature for such a small little drone. Next we have a set of folding propellers on the right side, just like the Mavics, and I do like the folding propellers. I think that it saves a lot of space, and it really does make it easier to throw inside of the bag. Now taking a look at the drone itself, there's one comment I do want to make, and you'll see this in some later pictures. I don't think that the legs will be foldable, and I feel like that's a feature that's a must on a drone of this size. I mean, you're really going for portability here, and you really want something that's a small package. And just like the Mavic, I think that I would expect this drone to have folding arms. But anyway, we'll have to take a look at some of the later pictures, and we'll also have to take a look at it once it comes out and see just how portable it will be. The next picture that we have is the back of the drone, which gives us a good look at the dimensions of it as well as the motors of it, which do seem a little bit smaller than the Mavics. There is one thing that I do want to point out, and it's this little indent in the body right here, and this can be one of two things. So first of all, it could just be simply a latch. You could push this in to remove the bottom or the top of the drone to take the battery out, or it could be an infrared sensor, just like on the side or on the sides of the Phantom 4 Pro. So on this drone all around, you'll notice that there's no optical avoidance. So I think that they're going with infrared avoidance or the infrared sensors this time. You're not going to get the same sensors that are on the front or the back of the Phantom 4 Pro. So anyway, again, this could be one of two things, either a latch or an infrared sensor. And I think that my sources, or I guess my insight, is leading towards an infrared sensor. So again, we'll just have to wait and see once we get the drone itself. The next picture that we have is a side view of the drone, which again gives us a good look at the motors as well as a good look at how long it will be as far as dimensions go. One more thing that I do want to point out is these little vents right here. I guess this will be the air outtake system. As we know on the Mavic, in the back there's a little vent that pretty much allows air to go through the Mavic as it's flying. So it looks like the air outtake system will be along the top. It's a little too small for me to make out, but I do think that these will be vents. One more thing that I do want to mention is it doesn't look like we'll be getting sideways obstacle avoidance with this drone, which I really didn't expect. I mean, the Mavic is a small drone, it doesn't have sideways obstacle avoidance, but coming with an even smaller drone, again, I really wasn't expecting it. The next image that we'll take a look at shows us the bottom of the drone, which gives us a good look at some of the features that we can expect. Now, starting from the right and working our way to the left, the first thing that we have is the camera and gimbal. Now I'm going to go over this in just a little bit as I do have a better picture of it, but for now I'm going to leave it alone. Now the next thing that I want to point out is the VPS sensors, which I believe is a must-have on drones, as you want to make sure the drone stays still to take the best video and best pictures, especially when there's high gusts of wind. Now the next thing we have is the removable back, which is definitely here, it's definitely present. We'll even see this in a few pictures later. But basically this is super important to have on a drone so that you can have some extra batteries on hand and swap them out while you're out flying around, and you don't have to be confined to just one charge. Now the final thing I want to point out, and this is probably the coolest thing in my opinion, is the metal conductor towards the back of the drone, which definitely leads to wireless charging. Now how this will work, I'm not necessarily sure yet, but I think it would be so awesome if we have like a dock for the Sparks. We can come home, we have the dock sitting on our desk, and we can just throw it on there, have the drone charge up. I just think that would be so cool, and maybe even a little side bank so that you can charge extra batteries. This is all speculation right now, but I definitely do think that wireless charging is coming. This next image is kind of a follow-up to the last image we took a look at. It again shows us the bottom, but this time with that bottom cover removed. So definitely pointing towards a removable battery, which is super important when flying your drone, as usually when you're out flying around, you don't have a plug available to charge it up. The last picture of the Spark that we get shows us the front, which gives us a little bit of information, but really it's all speculation. Now, first of all, the camera, I feel like this is something that everyone will be interested in. I think that again, it will be able to shoot in 4K with 12 megapixel stills, just like the Mavic, and I feel like this will really look like the Mavic Pro's camera, as it does seem to be the same size. We will have to see, maybe it's gotten better as technology obviously has progressed since the Mavic, but for right now, we can see that it is some sort of gimbal system holding it, whether it's a 2 or 3 axis gimbal, that's up in the air. I'm leaning more towards a 2. And then also, we know that we are probably going to get a 4K camera, as DJI really wouldn't come out with a new drone that shoots in 1080p. Now, the final thing I want to point out is this area above the camera, which looks like an infrared sensor, just like on the side of the Phantom 4 Pro. So I think that it would be awesome if we got that infrared sensor on the front, as well as an infrared sensor on the back, giving us forward and backward obstacle avoidance. So guys, as far as leaked images are concerned, that's about all that I have to show you. I do hope that we get some new ones in the future and some more leaked information, as I would love to know as much as I can about this drone before it's released. Now, as far as the release date is concerned, which I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, it looks like it's going to be coming out within the early summertime of 2017, so that is in a couple of months. We should be seeing this fairly soon. As far as some other leaked information and speculated information, I didn't include a lot of it in this video, as I wanted to make sure I got all of the facts right. By taking a look at the pictures, I definitely could say, or definitely could show a lot of different features it will have. But a lot of people are trying to estimate the flight time, a lot of people are trying to say that it'll come with gesture mode and active track mode, but all of that stuff is not confirmed yet, and while I could see it having gesture mode and active track mode, again, I don't want to say anything that it might not have. So guys, anyway, as far as this video goes, it is coming to an end. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here, as I have been trying to upload daily. Also, leave me a comment down below letting me know if you have any questions about the Spark, and let me know what you think of it. I do think it's going to be a cool little drone. I think it's kind of going to be one of those things that DJI releases to get more people on their side, more people flying drones, and then from there upgrading to their bigger drones like the Mavic or the Phantom. So guys, anyway, as I said, this video is coming to an end, and as always, I'll talk to you later. Peace.